Because in the meanwhile, several questions have been posted in the chat. Some of them have been answered, but based on what is mentioned there, we have the following questions for the panel. And the first panel question goes out to Steven. Steven, do you find a lot of resistance when you're trying to sell these new technologies to golf customers? And when you succeed to sell, what, according to you, are the top reasons for these customers to buy into your offer?
That's a really great question, Eric. And I wouldn't say that it's resistance. I would say it's more just that they have questions, right? And who can blame them? I mean, we don't know what we don't know. And for the most part, people have no like real world experience with a drone or robotics. So naturally, it's up to us to answer these questions and make people understand the tremendous value that these new technologies can provide.
Thank you, Stephen. It's really good to know how you deal with these, let's say, customer issues or requests in your onboarding process. And then we move to the next question, and that one is for Karin. So Karin, the research is being conducted in Scandinavia. How representative is this research and the results for other parts of the world? And of course, we're referring to what is also mentioned by Ole about the cold season grass versus the warm season grass.
Well, I think it is representative to other parts of the world, as Ole also said there. And at least where there are fast-growing grass, we can use the robots. And also for grass species with a creeping growth habit, I think some preliminary results we have from our research station in Norway shows that creeping grass species, they have a better quality when they're cut by robots than the upright growing grass species. So, and many of the warm season grasses, they are creeping habit or have a creeping growth habit. So I think it could be representative, yeah.
Great, that's really good to know, Karin. Thank you very much. And that puts your research and the preliminary findings really in the right perspective. And then we will conclude the panel discussion today with a question for Kristoffer. Kristoffer, based on your positive experiences with robotic mowing as a service, what would be your advice when other contractors out here in the audience or sports and golf clubs would like to start using such a similar service? What would be, according to you, your top 3 must-dos?
Well, Eric, I think I touched that more on my reflections quite a bit, but I would say number 1, planning. You need to have a plan for, especially where to put the mowers. Do you have, charging stations? Do you need solar panels? Everything. You need to have a very, very good planning in place in order, because it's much more to do than just putting out those mowers. So I think that's number 1. Number 2, I would say probably don't forget the maintenance, and don't focus on saving hours. Focus on utilizing those hours better instead of thinking I'm going to reduce the hours. Utilize them better. And number 3, communication. That's key. Communication is key in everything, but I think that's my top 3.
Good. Thank you very much, Kristoffer. I think that many people will be, according to the poll we just had a Menti as well, will be in such a process soon, if they're not already, and they will actually be helped by your answer here. So with these final insights, we will close Living City of March 2021. And we, of course, would like to thank all of you out there in the audience for your participation today, for posting questions and for submitting your input in the polls. And then there's a special thanks, of course, to our wonderful speakers for opening up about their drives and their learnings. And we hope to welcome you again at a next Living City soon. And to make sure that in the meanwhile we keep an open mind, I would like to close again with the strong quote from Albert Einstein. And that is, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Now, everybody, on these final words, let's go out and make the world a greener place. Thank you.